Hey everybody, it's Eric from epautos.com, your libertarian car guy, and I'm squaring off here in this horrible cold. We're getting more snow apparently. Looking at the 2015 VW Jetta, which has been slightly updated for the new model year. They've made some changes to the front and the rear clip and the optional diesel engine, which by the way is unique in this class, entry-level compact sedan class. The only other vehicle that you can get that's about the same price and about the same size happens to be another Volkswagen, the Golf, which comes, of course, in different body styles. That's one of the differences between the Golf and the Jetta. The Jetta comes currently in the U.S. In a sedan only, unfortunately. I wish they'd bring back the wagon, but so far they have not. Just to do a quick survey of some of the high points of the car. Though it is a compact sedan, surprisingly, it has almost mid-sized car room on the inside. In particular, let's go over here to the back seat and take a look. If you compare the specifications of the Jetta with the blue chip, the gold standard mid-sized car, the Toyota Camry, which has one of the most generous back seats in the mid-sized class, you'll find that the Jetta has nearly the same backseat room. I use myself here as a guide. I'm a 6'3", 200-pound man. You can see that my knees don't come close to hitting the front seat back, and the front seat back is adjusted for me, so it's not pushed all the way forward to give you a deceptive idea of the backseat legroom. This is a realistic backseat legroom for a very tall man, 6'3", and headroom is also perfectly adequate for a guy my height. So that's one of the really nice things about the Jetta relative to others in this class, which have significantly less room in the back. Also, I'm frickin' freezing here, as Dr. Evil would say, but I'm trying to roll with it. You also get a huge trunk. Look at the size of this trunk. The Jetta has a massively large trunk. Again, it's a mid-sized car's trunk in a compact car footprint on the outside, and little detail stuff too. Notice that the underside, hopefully you'll be able to see this, of the trunk and other areas that are not immediately visible, only visible when you pop the trunk or open the doors, is nice and shiny. It's clear coated. Some of the other cars in this class, mid-high teens priced, the manufacturers of those cars will save a couple of bucks per car by not clear coating the not noticeable, not immediately visible areas, which to me looks cheap and low rent. It saves them some money, but Volkswagen, to its credit, does not do that. And indeed, that's one of the reasons why the Jetta and Volkswagens generally are kind of a cut above their Japanese and American competition, in that you get these echoes of Audiness, I like to style it. It's a German car, and though it's not a luxury car, you can see hints here and there and feels of the kinship to Audis. You know, Volkswagen and Audi are, of course, part of the same corporate family. And speaking of which, you'll notice some of that as I pan the camera here to the inside. Take a look at the instrument cluster, which again is quite Audi-ish. Very nicely done, very tight, as Goldmember might put it. Also, it's uncluttered and simple, and I really appreciate that. A lot of the other cars in this class have a real big wow factor. You get in and look at the big screens and all the electronics and buttons and whatnot. Whereas the Jetta is comfortably simple. I like these large, tactile, easy to use rotary knobs. Simple mechanical interfaces, in my opinion, are preferable to flat screens and touch screens and all of that. Some people want that, but if you don't want that, the Jetta is one of the few cars you can get that doesn't have that. You'll also notice, and I talk about this in my review, which is up at epautos.com, that it's a 5-speed, 5-speed manual transmission, and that is fairly unusual. It's almost as unusual as finding a 4-barrel carburetor under the hood of a modern car. Almost every other car, I think every other car in this class and otherwise, pretty much comes with a 6-speed. There's ups and downsides to that. Upsides include it's less busy. You don't have to shift as often up or down. Downsides include not the best gas mileage. One of the deficits of the Jetta is that its mileage is not quite as good as some of the other cars in this class, which are capable of 40 or more on the highway with their standard engines, which are more powerful than the Volkswagen's standard engine. Kind of ironic. I do like the fact that the PowerPoint is up here, ahead of the shifter where you can access it readily. I don't like, this is one of the few things I don't really like about the Jetta. I'm going to pan the camera back over here, and you can see here's the center console, and it's really way back here, and you have to rotate your body around to get to it. It's not the easiest thing to open. With the lid up, I've got this lid up, and the lid is here, and how are you supposed to get your hand in there? It's really awkward. And if you look at it, there's not a heck of a lot of space in there. It's about the size of a box of Pop-Tarts. And here's your connector for your USB. The problem is that you have to connect it in here, and then you have to run a cord out, so you'd have to have your iPod sitting here with cords hanging out. Not really convenient. I wish Volkswagen would have put it here somewhere. There's certainly plenty of room for them to have done that. I don't know why they chose not to do that. But other than that, really, that's the only functional gripe that I've got that I can level at this car. Otherwise, it's quite appealing. You've got a great variety of engines in addition to 2 gas engines. There's a diesel engine available, of course, and there is a hybrid version of this car available. I just wish they'd bring back the wagon. That's my only critique. Anyway, the rest of the review will be up shortly at epautos.com. Please stop by, leave your comments pro or con, and we will catch up with you next time. Thanks.